了解。
I use the music room key and open the door. It's an old piano. I check the music stand. There's a piece of sheet music on it. Got sheet music, carp streamer. Step on into the hole and a loudspeaker crackles. Do you have brains? I'll use those wonderful brains now. As ingredients and dissect you. What? Did she just say she'll dissect us for ingredients? She'll use our wonderful brains as ingredients and dissect us. That means that's why she had us take those tests. She wanted to see if we were worthy enough to become ingredients. Setting up tests to select her prey. That was what Mizu was trying to do. The hands lined up in that blood-stained room. The image of my own hand joining them comes to mind more easily than I'd like. Sorry, the road's crowded. Get a hold of yourself. I shake Ai. She seems to be dreaming. The mark is dyed a deep crimson. Sunrise, a few minutes left until death closes in. Something's rushing up the western staircase with amazing speed. Shit. I doubt we'll be able to escape. In that case, our only option is to... we'll ambush her. We'll hide so we get the advantage. I grab Ai's hand and run down the hall. Which classroom should we hide in? We run into the music room. Mizu smiles and leaps forward the second she sees her come out of the locker. She's coming closer on her ostrich legs. It's like she could jump at us at any moment. Ichigo holds the office trash. Ai holds up the Aizen Asura's charm. It wasn't effective. Great Asura! Give it back! Mizu glares daggers at me and screams, her mouth dripping with blood. Mizu dashes and performs a jump kick. It wasn't effective. I hold up the garbage bag in front of us and endure the first kick by cushioning the blow. Her arm snakes his, threatening us. I scattered the liquid and ignited with the matches. Missy stretches out her snake arms. It wasn't effective. The snakes are confused by the mass of flames and are unable to hang. Ichigo slashes the check. The snakes wrap around my arms as I swing and stop my attack. Eyelids were something to play the song. Mizu is stuck in place. We can get to the piano now. I's fingers dance over the keys. Mizu stiffens as if she's paralyzed. Mizu is weakened. I try to ignite the Aizen's Asura charm with the match. Great Asura! Mizu strikes when she sees the charm go up in flames. She clings onto me, scrambling to get it back from me. Pressed together, my sweat squelches as it mixes with her bodily fluids. Gross. Asura Aizen's charm disintegrates to ash in Mizu's hand and scatters into the air. Her eyes pin me in place with their intense fury. How dare you! How dare you, great Asura! The snakes on Mizu's arms raise their heads and swiftly strike at their prey. But their fangs sink into Mizu's torso. Why? The snakes are feeling on the places where she touched my skin. Is it because of my human smell? They devour her torso, the only part of her that is human, and she squeals with joy. Feels so good. After consuming their host, the snake arms detach and fall to the ground. Wriggling their half-torn bodies, they vanish into the darkness. I don't sense Mizu anymore. Did we do it? I is back to normal. Her mark is probably gone. But as expected, mine is still there. So there are still spirits in this city. The look on my face is probably obvious. Aya looks at me apologetically. Gotten used to it. I'm just glad you and Yasuoka are safe now. Mr. Ichigo. Anyway, I wonder what this is. There's a folded paper on the ground where Miss Zoo vanished. I open it and find it's an old map. Shining the flashlight on it, the first word that I can see is army. Is this what Miss Hito said was stolen from her? It could be. I put the map in my bag. Then we finally bid farewell to the music room and its beast and perfume smell. Oh, wait a second. What is it? I want to bring that sheet music. A reminder of my music beating evil. You know, this would make great inspiration for a new song. I kinda don't want to linger here. Yeah, it'll just be 2 secs. Hey! I dashes back inside the music room before I can say anything in reply. Jeez. She totally does whatever she wants. Christy was the same way. Is this what happens when you become famous? No, I'm being unfair. Mr. Ichigo! I bursts out of the room and clings to me. What happened? A snake! It fell from the ceiling, hit my shoulder, and slipped down my back. She is nearly in tears. Get it off me! Okay. I feel around her back as she hangs on me. There's nothing there. Huh? Nothing's there. You can let go already. When you grab my neck, it's hard to... Oh. Sorry. But I was telling the truth. I definitely felt something. Maybe you fell off as you were running? So, did you grab the sheet music? Oh yeah, that's all done. I'm sorry to make you wait. Madame Yasuoka and Michiru are expecting us, so let's head back. We'll leave the school, climb into the car, and head to the mansion. Hey all, we're back. Oh, welcome back. I believe I must thank you. My mark has indeed vanished. I still have mine, though. I mean, not that I believe that it's going to kill me or anything. It doesn't bother me at all. She talks tough, but the whole time she's clenching her teeth. More importantly, Mr. Ichigo, did Sakawa have anything on her? You mean this? I pull the old map out of my bag. Yes, that's it. It's an important family heirloom. Hiro snatches the map out of my hand without even so much as thank you. Oh, I guess you deserve a reward. Have this instead. She takes a purple notebook from her coat. The color's different, but the design matches the red notebook we found in a shelter. It's Sakawa's diary. It was in her room. It looks like she was still sane when she wrote it in it. I take the notebook from her. It seems Miss Zoo was interested in that map of yours, Miss Tito. Could you tell us more about it? No. It's basically just a treasure map. Well, now I want to know even more. We should have taken a look earlier. The clock begins to chime. It's almost dawn. Everyone should go get some sleep. You can use any room on the second floor. Thank you, that would be lovely. Also, Ai and Yasuoka, you must leave the mansion tomorrow. There's no need for you to stay here now that your mark is gone. Oh dear. Are you telling me to leave you and Miss Hiru here by yourselves? Please don't joke. Saya specifically requested my assistance. I'm grateful, really. But those who have escaped the mark should return to their normal lives. That's the dying wish of Sayakujo, and Mary's as well. But, Yasuoka, I'd like you to help out another way. I'm sure you know other people in the supernatural phenomenon field. Can you research the mark with your knowledge and connections? An investigation like that is beyond me. I know practically zero about spirits. This is the only thing I can think of. If Mary was still there, it'll be different, but... Yasuoka stares at me silently. I stare right back into her eyes, without turning away. Oh, fine. I'll leave the legwork to the young. I'll do what I can to help. Besides, if I stayed behind, I'm sure Miss Ai would want to do as well. I'm counting on you. Of course, I won't let you down. Her voice and posture exert confidence and reliability. I'm sure it's a good part of why she's so successful as a fortune teller. However, I shall rest for today. These old bones are exhausted. Good night.
Mr. Ichigo, are you sure you'll be okay without me and Madame Yasuoka?
Yeah, I've survived this long already. I'll manage somehow. Unease is bubbling up within me, but I push it down and force a smile. I can't let her worry about me.
Okay, then I'll trust you. But you better promise me. When your mark is gone, you'll come to one of my concerts. Promise? You better. Okay, I'm heading out. Good night, Mr. Ichigo.
Jeez. So you're saying I have to stay? Not that I care. I thought you didn't believe in the mark's curse because it's unscientific.
Oh, of course. There's no way in hell I'd believe something like that. But it's also true that I haven't found solid proof to deny it either. And Miss Yasuoka and Miss Ai's mark really did up and disappear. So I've decided to stay here and see how this plays out. That's all. It's the truth.
I can see she's desperately trying to hide that she's terrified of the supernatural.
Huh, well,
I owe you for saving me, so I'll tell you a bit about it. It could be related to the mark somehow too. Are you talking about the map?
Yeah.
It's of an underground shelter in H City. The only way Izukawa found that shelter was because of this map. Not sure why she'd be eager for an old map of facilities that have to be 50 years old. That's a secret. It's possible that whatever turns Izukawa into a monster is down there in that shelter. What? What do you mean? I've already told you that I have no intention of giving you any details. I'm tired too, so I'm going to bed. Hiro makes her way upstairs to the rooms. The end of our last conversation swirls around in my head. The shelter, army, Izukawa transforming, and the deja vu I felt down in the shelter. What does it all mean? It's no use. My brain is so tired that the words are just repeating nonsensically over and over.
I can't get my thoughts in order. I may as well go to bed for today. Footsteps closing in. The spirit's footsteps chase after us. Like she knows where we are. It's impossible to escape, so this time I decide to choose where to face her. I'm not sure if it was the right choice, but come with me. I need to use the tools and information I've found to face the spirits, and to do that, if our opponent is a mixture of beasts, then we need some sort of shield to protect us from her claws and fangs. Then we need items effective against animals, heat, light, sound. Snakes react to heat, and music is sometimes used to control animals. I also heard that loud noises at close range can be deadly. There must be a way. Think carefully so we can survive. The road to madness. I looked through the diary Hito found in Zukawa's room. It holds her thoughts from her human days and offers glimpses into the events that led up to her transformation. It starts with a recollection of her childhood. She repeatedly asked her parents and teachers why she was human, so her peers shunned her. Zukawa was exceedingly intelligent but hated people. On the other hand, she loved animals, gathering many and keeping them hidden while she cared for them in an abandoned house. To her surprise, she eventually fell in love with someone, but when she confessed, he said he didn't like people who reeked of animals. That night, the abandoned house burned down in a fire. The diary never mentions the cause of the fire, but I remember something about a fire in, Zukawa's red notebook. The school science lab, her paradise with her beloved animals, also burned down in a fire. That's a weird coincidence. The diary moves past her youth to her time as a researcher after she left school. That's when she and Hito worked at the same place. An encounter with madness. I hate people, she wrote that every day, the hatred solidified when she met MH. MH is probably Hito. She pretended to get along with her colleagues, but the diary lays out her overwhelming hatred of people, especially Hito. The only interest she took in Hiro's biological research work was the human experiments to enhance human abilities and strength. Seeking madness, she desired to corroborate every questionable human experiment, even saying she would be a test subject herself. There's no mention of where she learned all this information, but there are some familiar scribbles at the end of the diary: army, manhole, underground shelter, MH's map, Asura. I bet MH's map is the one Zukawa stole from Hito of the shelter. The onset of madness. The woman in white with a Buddha statue, Zukawa going in and out of the shelter. Something in there must have turned her into Mizu. Aizen Azura. It must connect to the statue somehow. The diary ends with these words: the previous world war. With the Buddha's wisdom, I'll no longer be an abhorrent human. Body and soul, barriers broken, open the door to a new world. Mary isn't here anymore. Should I rest for today? I decide to rest now. It's been nearly a day since we found Mary. We're like a boat adrift on the ocean without a compass to guide us. Who knows where the currents will take us? Will we find salvation at the end? Hey, Mr. Ichigo. Looks like we wasted a whole day. Is it going to be like this every day? If you're done checking in here, Why don't we take a look outside? Mary said unnecessary contact with outsiders could speed up the mark's curse. And if I lose any more of my memories, I'm not sure I'll be able to function. For the past 10 days, the only other person I've spoken to is the convenience store clerk. Huh, that explains why we've only had TV dinners and snack food to it. But sitting and waiting isn't going to accomplish anything. I'd rather not wind up forgetting my own name like you. Not that I completely believe that this curse thing is real. She raises her voice to hide how it shakes. She's still stubbornly sticking to her denial of the existence of spirits and the mark. But I know she's already accepted it. After all, she went through it herself last night. Ghosts and curses don't exist. Why does this have to happen to me? Hito is startled at the sudden knock. A visitor in the middle of the night. I don't need Mary to know it's a mark bearer. For doing poison you so late. A tall, thin man walks in. His skin is as white as a sheet, and dark circles nearly swallow his eyes. It's almost like a dead person stands before us. You're Ichigo and Hito, right? I heard about you and the mark from Yasuoka before I came here. Something about a Mizuto sounds like you had a rough night. He seems to know Yasuoka. Maybe she's following through on her promise and sent him to help us. Well, let's get introductions done. Shuji Diamond. I think you can guess my occupation. Wearing this thing means I don't have to explain, thank goodness. He gestures to the stereoscope around his neck. What kind of business brings a doctor like you here? Diamond's eyes flicker over at the suspicion in Hito's tone. No need to be so defensive. I have the cursed scar, same as you, the mark. He unbuttons his shirt to reveal a familiar mark on the left side of his chest. It just suddenly appeared one day. Though to be honest, I never thought it would happen to me. Maybe it's punishment for being stupidly curious about it. Curious? Did you know about the mark before Yasuoka told you about it? Yeah, that's right. There's mention of strange scar in my grandpa's records as a military physician. I did some personal research. A military physician's records would mean they'd be from the Second World War. More than 50 years ago. But that doesn't add up. Rumors of the mark only started about a month ago now. If it was mentioned by those records, the rumors would be much older. There's a reason for that. Patients with the symptoms were kept in a secret army laboratory. After the war, all top-secret documents related to the lab were burned, except the clinical records I found. A secret lab, huh? That's kind of hard to believe. Dr. Diamond, you don't mean to say the mark was used as some sort of biological weapon? Every country had at least one or two soldiers who were divinely possessed. People only call on gods when they're in trouble. It was the end of the war, and they were backed in a corner. How unscientific. Don't you think so, Mr. Ichigo? Exactly. I was like you when I was young, believing everything in the world could be explained with science.
We could cure any illness so long as we understood the pathology. But I finally understand. We pathetic humans can only grasp a small piece of the truth. You sound like a fool to me. Our intellect would solve every mystery eventually. I like your spirit. However, it's hard to picture the mark being used as a weapon. It seems the 13th Army Engineering Lab was developing something. It was called the Cannon Soldier. Cannon Soldier? That makes me think of the Bodhisattva Cannon. 50 years ago, all the Buddha statues. It can't be. Dr. Diamond, where's that lab? Unfortunately, I have no idea. Sorry. The documents my grandfather kept don't give any details about it. I see. Hey, Mr. Ichigo, the 13th Army Engineering Lab. It's the shelter Zukawa went to. She pulls out her old map. I'd wanted to keep it a secret, but as I'd rather not die from this mark, I'll tell you. This shows the entrances to the 13th Army Engineering Lab. Whoa, are you serious? In his excitement, he starts coughing. My apologies. Where did you get that, Hiro? My grandfather passed 6 months ago. We were sorting his belongings. Isn't the idea of a secret lab just fascinating? So I thought I'd look into it. And then Zukawa stole it. I accidentally let it slip to her. She loved strange experiments like that, so it probably stuck with her. I thought as much, though. Whatever turned her into a monster is down in that secret lab. That's a pretty unscientific line of reasoning. Using the occult to turn yourself into a monster is utter nonsense. But if there's a scientific method behind it, I'll have to consider it. I suppose that's just how she is. Was your grandfather involved with the lab in some way, Hiro? He could have been. All I know is he was an engineer with the rank of captain. Wait, hold on. You're both grandchildren of people involved with the engineering lab, and now both of you have the mark? Yes, that would be correct. That and our lab coats are probably all Hiro and I have in common. From what we understand, people with the mark appeared in the secret lab 50 years ago. There may be something there that'll help us find the truth behind the curse. That's also the origin of the Cannon Soldier, a name that reminds me of a statue, the traces of Mizu in the shelter. They might be all connected to the Buddha statues that were stolen from H Shrine. Dr. Diamond gave us a lot of info. We'll have to thank Yasuoka for introducing him to us. The fates are indeed mysterious. Dr. Diamond, will you help us? Yes, of course. I just don't expect anything physical. Are you sick? You don't look so well. Yes, something like that. I don't practice what I preach. His dry laugh sounds like he's deflecting. He's abnormally thin for a man his age. It's possible that he's gravely ill. So, we're heading to the shelter? About that, we were stopped from going further by a locked door. That strange old man was there too. I doubt he'll cooperate with us though. It'll be difficult to break in from there. Where did you enter the shelter? A manhole in K Yamachi northward? I see. She opens the map and studies it. You're right, an entrance is there. But there seems to be one other one. It's at Amno South Alley. Have you tried going there? No, not yet. Then let's go there. Hopefully we can get in.